Is there? Okay, we're live.
We're live.
Let
Okay,
me
good.
ask you this, because you have said that you can't do the comments when you're on here with me. Is there a setting or something that I need to do so that you can?
I don't know because I'm on the app, um, and
Oh, maybe that's why. Because I'm like, when I'm a guest on yours, I can see the comments and stuff. I don't know if
yeah,
I can do anything about the comments, but I can. Oh no, and when I'm alive on yours, I can type in the comments.
yeah, I don't know because I wish I could be able to. So when I click on the comment, so there's like the live where it's just us and we're like big, and then it cuts the screen in half. We shift over here, and when I click on the comments, and it's all the comments, and it says join the chat. And when I click on that, I think it's gonna take me to YouTube, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna click on
Oh,
it.
try it right now.
I clicked and it says connect your YouTube account to comments. Connect to YouTube, like a big thing. I'm clicking it.
Oh,
I might go. Bye bye. Hold on, wait. It says StreamYard. Okay, StreamYard wants me to sign in. So maybe if I sign in, then I can actually comment.
but I don't have to sign in when I join yours.
I don't know.
But I can see that like down where where I would post a comment, my YouTube channel avatar thing is
Okay.
right there.
Yeah. So maybe if I just sign in, then I'll be able to do it. Hopefully. So maybe I'll do that in this sprint.
Okay.
So we can do that. I should also grab
All
my
right.
notebook so I can check the chapters. But
Hey, Mika.
hey.
I
Okay.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Okay, yes, sorry, Mika. Tina and I were doing our like administrative figure out how we work this whole thing.
Yes.
All right, I seriously am really, really into this book.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Absolutely.
mean, it's not the greatest book I ever read, but I'm really, really into it.
Yeah. And it is, I would actually I would probably classify it as a cozy mystery or a like edgy cozy mystery because it's so cozy. It's such,
It's
there's
very
such,
cozy.
and I was shocked by it. I've read other books that are considered cozy mysteries, kind of, that are less cozy mystery, like TM, you know what I mean? Like, than
Right,
this book. So I would
right.
think that, I don't know, because I know my friend Ro, right? She likes edgy cozy mysteries and likes non-traditional ones. So I'm like, maybe she would like this one because, like,
Ah, so wait, I remember you were saying some stuff about why this technically doesn't qualify as a cozy mystery, but wasn't one of the reasons because we thought that the main characters were actually involved in murdering?
yes, yeah,
So that's not really true anymore, right? Like
no,
we know Agnes didn't kill anyone.
mm,
And I'm not sure any of these main characters like I know we're
no,
supposed to think Marshall killed them, and I know that Marshall thinks that he killed people, but I don't think he did.
yeah, and it's not like, and even to the effect of like, what if they're Secret Service or what if they're spies? Like, I've
Yeah.
read cozies that are very cozy, considered cozy. They're spies. I read one very recently where the main character is a spy, for, I guess, for the U.S. government, and she's currently going into like hiding, and that's kind of
Oh.
the plot of the series is because she killed like a terrorist. She killed like a terrorist, a big terrorist organization, and now they're coming to try to kill her, and so she has to hide out in this like small southern town. And
Okay. And then a
she's
murder
like,
happens and now she has to solve it.
yes, and or something of the
I feel
sort.
like that's this book.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't this be a cozy mystery? Now that we're into it a little bit, do you think it technically is?
Um, I would. I think I would probably say yeah, to be honest, because I'm shocked by it, but like I think it would be a cozy mystery. So qualifiers are like a small town or a community, amateur sleuths, which
Yeah.
I mean they might not be amateurs at like
Right.
murder, but
Right.
they're amateurs at sleuthing. Um, quirky characters, stuff like that. I don't know. I think friendship, cozy vibes, cozy elements, weird details, maybe an animal or two. This has
Yes.
everything. This has
It
everything.
has everything. It
Check, check, check,
does.
check, check.
Check, check, check. Yeah. So far, this might be my favorite cozy mystery.
Okay, that's exciting. Yeah. Because I was thinking about this the other day. I didn't read the original book for this club. I never read Death by Chocolate. I DNF'd it.
Oh, that's right.
So
I
I was like,
forgot about that. I think me and Kenny are the only ones that ever read it. And I only read it because I was like, I need to try a cozy mystery. And Kenny was like, try this one.
yeah.
And it
So
was on Kindle Unlimited. And I was like, okay, I will.
yeah, and then the other one we read, that series was like not the best. Like that, I don't know
The
the
Christmas one.
yeah.
I like that one too. But this one, so far, I'm not really bothered or annoyed or hating anything.
Okay, yeah. I don't.
Whereas with the other ones, I was like, uh, about certain things, right?
I don't know.
This book, I have nothing to like groan about.
Yeah, at first I wasn't liking it, but now
I know.
I'm like it's old. Like I think I'm getting used to them being old and not making me so upset anymore. Like I'm like, okay, they're old, they're dying. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Mika, tell us how you are. Tina has been staying up until all hours of the morning.
Yes.
So if she like falls, if we lose Tina, she might be asleep in the bed.
I hope not. To be honest, I don't feel really tired. I feel a little bit like I don't know, weird, but I don't feel like actually tired. I don't know. Yeah. So.
Well, it's only noon.
Yeah.
By
I'm
2 o'clock,
gonna,
you'll be like,
after this, I probably will be going to sleep. I should
yeah.
grab my remote so I can like check the chapters. 1 second.
Okay, grab your remote, check the chapters. I'll talk to Mika. Oh, I've fallen back into the fan fiction sphere. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, you know what I was going to look up? Let me look it up. The movie with Emma, Hugh Grant, and Emma Stone. Oh no, Emma Thompson. Nope, not Love Actually. Sense and Sensibility. Do you remember the name of the movie they're coming out with? Hang on, I should write new movie.
Is this the one you guys are talking about?
Yeah, the one that Mika said that's based on, oh, Mad About the Boy. Wait a minute. Mad About the Boy? Is that it? That's a new Bridget Jones movie.
Ooh.
There's a new Bridget Jones movie coming out.
Exciting.
In February. Interesting. I don't see anything about the movie based on the book that we were talking about, where they're animals.
It was it Glenland?
3 Bags Full. Sorry, hang on. I'm looking whatever. Oh, she hasn't touched fan fiction for 15 years, and now all of a sudden she's back into it.
Wow,
what happened?
Like, after a couple months. And what kind of fan fiction are you reading, Mika? Let us know.
Yeah. Okay, 3 Bags Full. Is that the name of the movie coming in February 2026? 3 Bags Full. A sheep detective movie.
Okay. This is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, 3 Bags Full by Leonie Swann. A sheep detective movie. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I need to, oh, here we go. The film follows Hugh Jackman. Wait, what happened here? Oh, yeah. A shepherd who loves his sheep and raises them only for their wool. Every night he reads aloud a murder mystery, pretending his sheep can understand, never suspecting that not only can they understand, but they argue for hours. Oh my God, wait a minute. I feel like we're the sheep. Not only can they understand what they're reading, but they argue for hours about who done it. We are the freaking sheep in this book. All right. When Jackman is found dead under mysterious circumstances, the sheep realize at once that it was a murder and think they know everything about how to go about solving it. Okay, the local cop has never solved a serious crime in his life. So the sheep conclude they will have to solve it themselves, even if it means leaving their meadow for the first time and facing the fact that the human world isn't as simple as it appears in books. Now, I don't see who Emma Stone is playing. She must be like the head sheep.
Yeah, maybe. Is it going to be live action?
Emma
Or is it
Thompson.
going to be?
Sorry, not Stone.
Is it going
I
to be
don't know what it's going to be. It's
That would be a crazy live action movie to be just sheep, and Netflix.
it doesn't say anything about anyone other than Jackman, who gets killed, and the cop, who is also like, it doesn't say anything else about any of the other characters. Yeah, February 26th. Okay, cool. Well, that's the same time Bridget Jones 12 or whatever book, whatever Bridget Jones movie we're on. It's coming out in February too. February. Oh, because it's like it's Valentine's Day.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I have two questions. Do we need to read this book, and do we need to watch the movie together? Those are my questions. Because I love that. I need to read this book.
Let's do that, like in January or something.
Okay, yeah. We'll do January, and then we can watch it in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I read and loved the novel Good Omens in 1990 or so. I was aware they'd turned it into a series, but didn't want to touch it, thinking it could only be worse. Well, I watched it, loved it, and was ecstatic that it was not queer baiting.
Yes.
And so this is what got you back into fan fiction, because you like recently watched the movie?
Yes. And this is making it, I believe it's a TV show, but this is making sense because they're like asexual, like God-ish. Like they're asexual. So this fan fiction isn't anything crazy that she's reading. It's just like these two, they're like, I guess they're like, people say about like them being queer is like they're like genderless. It is two very famous angel and demon. So like it's Azazel, something like that. Azazel, something of the sort. And then there's
Ezekiel?
As maybe he's the demon. He has in Supernatural he has yellow eyes.
Look, the only angels I know are the Archangel Michael, who announced the birth of Jesus. Or maybe announced the conception of Jesus. I don't know. Michael. That's the only one I know. And Beelzebub, the devil. That's all I know.
I don't know. There's a demon, famous demon, and then a famous angel. Maybe one of the archangels. I don't know. And they are like, I heard someone say genderless, like immortal beings. They're like in love and like save the universe. I don't know. So I think that the fact that they're like genderless and they're very like just beings is kind of less sexual, and so therefore they're asexual, and so therefore Mika is loving the fanfiction. Hopefully,
all right, she is, because she has said since 1990 that the two main characters are in love, and you agree, and they kiss.
Yes, I haven't watched the series, but I do know some things about it because like I can't read or watch like demons. I just can't do it. So I know something on the series, and I'm like, are they together in the series? It's like, yeah, they are. So yes, I do know they are together. I mean, I don't know anything. I'm not saying spoilers. I'm like, at least I know they kiss. But
I don't know anything about this. Oh, I'm not going to be able to say that. Aziraphale is the angel.
Okay.
Crowley.
Okay. Crowley. Interesting. Because Supernatural. You ever watch Supernatural?
No, but I've heard of Supernatural.
What?
I don't do like the I don't normally do shows with animals as humans. I don't normally do shows with like supernatural kind of stuff. Like even Buffy the Vampires, like even like, I mean, Practical Magic, the movie is about as like superstitious as I get, right? Magical powers.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't do angels, demons, anything like that.
werewolves and vampires, as we were talking about
Yes,
backstage,
or
right?
that I don't do anything that's not like
But
a human. It's not human. I do humans.
when you do love Maddie Dawson and her like magical
Yes,
abilities,
yes,
like
that kind
magical
of like woo, but that's
travel.
about the only level of woo I can get.
Okay. Okay. So in Supernatural, Crowley is like one of the he's a very like demony demon, right? And he becomes kind of one of the
I
main
mean, if
characters.
you're gonna be a demon, you should really just go for it.
Yeah, he becomes one of the main characters in the series, Crowley. But it's obviously a different portrayal of him in that show. It's a different story, but yeah, Supernatural is just so it's kind of I guess kind of based on like real like there's some of that biblical lore. Do you want to say that? I don't know, like real things or like right? Okay, I mean whatever you think about it, whatever you believe about it, but like there's like it's not just like vampires and werewolves. It's like demons and like leviathans and like what are they called? The devil human children, right? What are they called?
I don't know. This is why I had a hard time reading Legends and Lattes. Not
Okay.
because there were like demons and stuff, because there were all of these like creature, like an orc. I don't know what the heck an orc is, or like any of this. I don't know what these things are.
Okay.
And so I was like Googling all the time, what is this? What is that? And I was like, okay, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So no, I don't know what the name of a demon child is.
I think it's called a Nephilim. A Nephilim. It's a child between an angel and a human. I think, but I think it's interesting because like you're just like you're not good at I guess suspending your disbelief, and I feel like I don't know I'm a little bit gullible I guess, and so I'm reading these books like, oh my gosh, what if it's real? And then it's like
well, this is why I don't read scary stuff or watch scary stuff, because I have no problem suspending my belief. I get right in there and it like scares the heck out of me. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm right in it. I'm so tired of series hinting at homosexual love stories to get homosexual viewers to watch and never intending to actually do anything with it. I totally agree.
yeah.
And kind of the only show I've ever seen where I felt like a gay character, like you obviously knew they were gay, but it was like not a thing to anyone in the show. Like they just lived their life like everyone else was living their life. And it's Schitt's Creek. Have you ever seen Schitt's Creek?
Okay. Yes.
I love that show.
And it's I don't know his name. I haven't watched it in forever, but
Daniel Levy. Is that the dad or the son? I don't know. One of them, the Levies. One's Eugene Levy is the dad. Dan Levy is the son.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like it's just normal people living a normal life. Although they're not really normal. No one in this town is normal, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah. But I think that it was one of like the first like gay kisses on like normal television. And it was
Maybe.
just, like that. I think it's like very like who cares? Like it's whatever, but like not who cares, it's like it was just very like they kissed and that was that. And like
yeah. Oh, they're dating. Okay, cool. Fine.
It's such a good show because like it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't want to say ahead of its time and make it seem I don't know, but like I feel like it is because like his sister, that character's sister, has like severe mental illness, and the main character is like the other main character is like I love you and I'm gonna support you through it. And I was like, I was not expecting a 90s teenage boy to support her through her OCD and anxiety. Like,
it's like a really good show.
Yeah.
Oh, Sherlock. I never saw Sherlock.
Yes. And people say Supernatural is also one of these queer baiting shows with one of the brothers and an angel.
Oh, Crawley was the snake that tempted Eve. Aziraphale was the guardian of Eden's gate. Whoa. I never knew any of this.
I thought it was like in actual like what is that? I'm saying biblical lore again.
In real life? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. I thought it was.
I believe it's real. I
Yeah.
believe there was a Garden of Eden and there was an Adam and an Eve and a snake. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that these were the names.
No, I just thought the snake was the devil.
I did too. I thought the snake was the devil. And I definitely knew that there was an archangel that was guarding the gate. I guess I just assumed it was Michael, since that's the only angel I know. Michael does everything.
I didn't know anything about this. My parents were like, we're not putting you in Catholic church and putting you through what we went through. You're going to stay at home and then you'll go to a Baptist church when you get older. So
Don't the Baptists teach about this? No, we don't do. I never learned like the names of anything. Clearly, I only know Michael.
My mom went through like confirmation and like had all of like the learning and she went to Catholic school, and I went to a public school and like they told about Jesus and that was it. I was like, okay, I guess that's that. And like, so they didn't. I never like went to like Bible school when I was a kid. Like that just wasn't. I don't know.
Sometimes like my Catholic friends that do know all of this stuff, they know like all the saints, and they have like the little medal, like Saint Anthony protects whatever, like they know all of this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I wish I knew that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't. Oh, they aren't actually in the Bible.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they meet a ton of entities from the Bible in the series.
Interesting.
Huh. Wow. Look what we've learned tonight. We've got all kinds of things to take in.
Yes.
All right. Are you guys ready to start reading this book? Now that we've talked about every other book under the sun.
Yeah. And our book for 4 months in the future. Okay. What chapter are we starting on?
We are starting on chapter 9.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. What is happening? Okay. We're at the start of the chapter. There we go. Okay. So, table of context. Chapter 9, it goes from 4:11 to 4:41. So that's a 30-minute chapter, right?
30 minutes.
And then the next chapter goes to 5:12, which is around a 40-minute chapter. Do you want to do 9 and 10?
Let's do 9 and 10.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to do 9 and 10?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I might like hop out towards the end to like get the comment thing started.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I might jump over and get some water.
Okay.
The sun is shining right on my back and it's getting warm over here.
I'll do that like after with 10 minutes left, so you don't have to worry about like putting me back in. Like it's only at the end.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in like an hour or less. Probably less.
Yeah. Happy
All right. Okay, it looks like we are all done.
Yes.
All right, let me get that out of the way. All right. What do you think?
An interesting little bit there at the end. There, I was doing stuff with StreamYard, so I was like not paying attention a ton. But at the end, I started paying attention again. I'm like, somebody is in a retirement home, right? And
Yeah.
or entrapped in Lime Tree Court.
Yeah.
We're gonna name it. I don't know who because I was zoning out.
Oh, Olive's neighbor and like best friend, Teresa,
Okay.
who like Agnes like is thinking, right? There's lots going on with Agnes all of a sudden
Yes.
that I got questions about. But she's thinking about who brought the cream puffs, what's up with the cream slice, whatever. And she's like, I'm going to call Teresa because Teresa and Olive have been best friends and neighbors forever. So let me call Teresa and see what Teresa knows. So she calls Teresa, pretending to be Mary.
Okay.
And Teresa's daughter or somebody is there, answers the phone, and is like, no. We had to put Teresa in the old folks home in Lime Tree Court.
Okay.
So Lime Tree Court, I love this because like that random guy that showed up on the first day, the salesman guy, like you think, oh, this is not a thing. All of a sudden, he's a thing. He's been like walking around to all the old folks, dropping off brochures, and now Olive is dead, and Teresa is at Lime Tree Court.
Yes. Mm-hmm. There was a lot going on there, and there's also like what else happened? She ended up calling somebody, maybe the same phone call, but she called someone to say you have to go check up on Olive.
She called the vicar.
Okay, because I remember that.
Yeah, she called the vicar.
Okay.
I love that word, the vicar. We need to call, like, we don't use this word in the US, but I love it.
What is a vicar?
It's like a pastor, like a Catholic priest, right? The vicar.
Oh.
It's like one of the levels, I think, of a priest. Like, I don't know all the hierarchy, but like if you go to church in the UK, like it's usually the vicar that gives the sermon or the whatever. I've had many a drink at the parsonage with the vicar. The vicar likes to drink in the UK. The vicar keeps the wine and the alcohol. The vicar's a good guy.
Yeah. I didn't know. I've never known. I thought it was a chimney sweep. I was like,
oh, no.
Because in Friends, Rachel was reading a book and it's a romance with a vicar.
Oh.
And I think I was confusing that for something else or something like that. So that's the only context I know that from. I've never known that.
Ooh, yeah.
But
yeah, the vicar's a man of God. But he's loose. He's much looser. He's like, actually, the vicar is probably very much like Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like Jesus knew how to have a drink.
Yeah.
And hang out with like people he, the priest wouldn't hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, she called the vicar.
And as you were saying, Agnes, there's a lot going on with Agnes. We have a lot. Yeah. She just turns on Marshall and is like, what do you think you know about us? And what are you trying to say? And she can tell that he's trying to be romantic in that moment and is like, no, not happening.
Well, no. I don't want to read about old people love. Does that make me, what's the name? An ageist? Am I being ageism? Am I showing my ageism? I don't want to read old people romance.
I don't know. I don't think that's, I don't think we're going to be, like, I think it'll be just like a sweet romance if anything happens. I don't think there would be a reason to be, afraid to keep reading, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's a cozy.
I don't know. Things happen in these old folks' homes. Those old folks' homes are like a hotbed for STDs. Things are happening in there. You don't get an STD if nothing's happening.
No, you don't. But I'm like, I'm hoping that I'm assuming
Nobody's
it's not
going to
gonna
get what? Nobody's getting STDs in this book. All right, let me get to some comments here. All right, Christina is here or was here. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, I already sucked down my water. I'll go get some more. Keeping the volume low for no spoilers. Good, because we are definitely spoiling everything. This book, we're just all spoilers.
Yeah, all over the place.
All right, now we're all done saying hello. All right. Oh, yes. What about Alice? The author wouldn't have brought up that Agnes doesn't know if her twin sister is dead if the sister didn't play some role. We found out a lot about Alice and Agnes, right?
Yes. So she's missing. And she hasn't seen her in how long?
She's missing. I never thought about that.
Not until this very moment.
No, but aren't they twins? Alice and Agnes are, I guess they don't have to be identical twins. But
I don't know.
Wouldn't you know if your twin sister? Why do you think Charlie is Alice or Alice is Charlie?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I don't know. I don't think that there's. I mean, does she have a vision problem too? Like this. I mean, her vision probably isn't great because she's an old person, but still.
I mean, because that would be like all the questions to Marshall of how much did you check out Alice? Like, but then Alice is like, nobody knows anyone in this house.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got more saying that she doesn't have, that he's the only one who has military experience and he has experience to check people out, right?
Right.
And then she was like, so she's saying, and none of us had that experience, but we all have some sort of training. So we don't actually know if they were spies or what they were involved with. Maybe something lower level that was like really interesting. Like there's something there that's going to be revealed. That's not going to be like, oh, they were just like desk clerks in the war.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. It has to be like, I don't know, clowns or something. I don't know, something fun. Not clowns.
Well, something going on, because then Alice and Agnes are being chased by a bad man and then they kill him.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Alice disappears at the funeral and is never to be seen again.
What funeral? Because I was zoning that part out. I have to go back and read a little more of this, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. So they're up in the tree. You remember that part. Okay. Alice and Agnes are up in the tree.
Oh, yeah.
And then the bad guy like comes and stands under the tree.
I was zoning that out.
Oh, yeah. So the bad guy comes and stands under the tree and is like, come out wherever you are. Like, come out, little girl. Like, he doesn't look up, right? And Agnes is like, don't look up, don't look up, don't look up. Okay. And then she looks over at Alice and like nods her head, and Alice drops a giant sledgehammer on top of the guy.
Oh my gosh.
But we don't know who the guy is.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming that the funeral that they went to then as little girls was the guy that they killed.
I guess, yeah. So I remember that, and then remember part of they murdered someone maybe, and then I remember she saying, and then I looked over and there was this Alice shape like limb of the tree.
Yes.
So Alice is not.
And that's the last she ever saw Alice.
Yeah.
All right. It seems convenient that Charlie has perfect timing and shows up when all of this goes down. I agree. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. And she seems so different than the other house members. Yeah, no?
So she's the one. Yeah, absolutely. She's very, I don't know, she's whimsical, but not like out of her mind like the other one.
She almost seems more with it.
Yeah. Definitely. And like, she also definitely has to have some technological experience because she has a grandson who she's close with, who was very clearly being very like young and hip and like a college kid. So like, maybe he taught his grandmother some technological experience, and then she's doing something with that.
I mean, I think she was part of the spy ring too. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let her in.
I don't know, because she seems very surprised by the way they're acting. So maybe it's not.
I think she's surprised by how like out of it I think she's you, right? She's like, these people are so old, they can't do a damn thing. They're like out of their mind. They're having episodes.
Yeah.
Like, what did I get into here?
Yeah. Yeah. Is she the one who opens the gun up and checks, or is that the other woman?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Because like someone just like grabbed the gun. They're like, the only fingerprints on there are going to be Marshall's, obviously. Like that was so like keen. And also, I would think that maybe she wouldn't know where to grab. Like she's blind, the other woman, right? So
Right.
like, does she
And
know where the gun
Edwina,
is?
they wouldn't let her any near the gun, right?
Yes, she wouldn't. Also, she wouldn't know to look in the gun and see that there's 3 bullets missing. She had to feel
Well,
it.
except then in this whole thing, we get Edwina's point of view for like 5 paragraphs. And
Yeah,
I can't tell if she's out of her mind or not.
I think she. I mean, I think she's out of her mind like any old person. I mean, like a little more than most old people, just like a little bit more. I think most old people are out of their mind. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a judgment there, but
Maybe. I'm not sure she's that old though. She's doing yoga. I don't know any old people that do yoga.
if you do yoga for years, then your body just stays that way, right? You can stay like flexible and like mobile.
I don't know any 80-year-olds who are doing yoga.
That's like the thing to stay. I've seen a lot of videos of people being like, I'm 90 and I can still like do a sit up, and like I'm doing all this stretches because I need to stay mobile so that I don't age like everyone else does. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So Mika thinks the dude is their abusive father.
Okay.
Maybe. I have no idea.
I mean, that would make more sense if they're going to his funeral. He would have to be someone in the family.
But
And
they
to
didn't
bring up
call him dad. They called him Titus Coldwell.
maybe they don't want to call him dad because, I mean, first of all, spoiler.
Maybe.
Second of all,
Maybe.
they also don't want to call him dad because he's abusing them.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on in this chapter. In these 2 chapters.
And Agnes is on medicine and not taking it.
Yes. Why is she not taking her medicine?
I don't know. Is that why the ringing has started, or is that
It
just why?
has to be.
I mean, yeah. Like, and also the fact that no one knows the ringing is happening is crazy. Like, you go deaf like 50% of the time, and the people around you don't know you're going deaf.
Well, it's not that nobody knows. Edwina knows it's happening, and so does Charlie, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because they're both like, she doesn't even seem to be listening half the time. Something's going on.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's why they maybe know they're not taking medicine, but that's why, because like what kind of medicine, we don't know what she's on, because like the other things they
Right.
were saying, like just like little things here and there, like vitamins and like joint stuff. It wasn't like mental health medication,
Right.
or from like medication for like dementia or something like that. So like, is she the only one that is on like mental medication, or are there
How
other
do we know
people
it's mental medication? We have no idea what it's. I'm assuming it's
Maybe
like blood pressure medicine. I don't know. Old people are
Oh,
on so much medicine.
I guess blood pressure medicine would severely affect you like that. I didn't even think about it. I thought she was like taking it to not like have mental ailments, but I guess it could be physical things like that, or I don't
I
know.
mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what it is, but it's like 8 pills or something.
Yeah.
My mother doesn't want to take her meds. Some old people get like that.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't like why? I don't know. Maybe because you want to feel independent and like you don't need to. But if you're like mentally there, I would think you'd be like, okay, they're helping me, so I'm good.
Well, it seems like for a while she was taking it.
Yeah.
Because Edwina is like, I can definitely tell she's not taking her medication anymore. So like, it's definitely having an effect on her, the not taking it, which to me says she must have at some time been taking it. Okay, it's very, very weird. I feel like we have to keep talking or we have to keep reading. Is there anything more
Yes.
to talk about?
No. I think I'm gonna have to
Does
go back.
anybody Nikki, you got any more answers? You got any more questions? You got like we're gonna break into Lime. Oh, so let's talk about the refrigerator. Do you like the idea that the murderer stole something off the refrigerator or no? That's
Oh, okay. I like the little detail they're throwing in there, and like the whole like baking situation. How they realized that like it had to have been the killer who made the like the twist puffs or whatever. And I liked that, and I did like that little detail. I don't know. I think we're noticing that little detail instantly, and it's not like a little detail. So I think it's like a little thing that we've had with the other two, members of that have just been around and then turned out to be maybe corrupt in some ways. So I don't know. I don't mind that, but I really like what they did with the like baking thing.
yeah. I wonder who the all right. Anyway, I have no idea who the murderer is. None. Absolutely none.
What do you think about that refrigerator magnet thing?
I'm trying to think what she could have had on her refrigerator that somebody would kill her to get.
I don't know.
In the face, like shoot her point blank in the face. People don't, yeah, that's like, you're really angry at somebody if you're getting right up in their face.
And also it has to be something like innocuous, because if you have like, I don't know, the nuclear codes on your refrigerator, no one's coming in your house. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
no one's looking in your windows, right? So like, you're not letting that happen. So like, it has to be something like just some random number, or like something of the sort, or like a random piece of information, like a location of like an event that someone like was dying to go to and was murdering to go to.
Yeah. I wonder if it is Alice. Is Alice wandering around killing people?
I don't know.
And why would she
I
like be
still,
shooting people point blank in the face and disemboweling people and like shooting Lilith in the head?
I don't. I still think it's Elizabeth. I still think it is Elizabeth pretending to be. I mean,
Isabel
maybe Isabel
or Mildred, whatever her name is.
Isabel pretending to be Mildred and killing her sister. I don't think we got any evidence in this chapter. Maybe I zoned it out. I zoned out a lot of it.
No, I don't think there. Mildred and Isabel were nothing in this chapter.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, but the fridge is a clue, but maybe not like the fridge magnet or something. Something else about the fridge. Okay. I'm a bit suspicious that it's not really her.
Okay. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely. I don't know. I think that Alice is gonna have to come into this, but I don't know if it's gonna be like this situation. Maybe they can use like the parallel. Maybe Alice isn't that important in the story, but the parallel between those twins and then the other twins is going to be important to the mystery. So maybe Alice is just like gone in the wind, and she'll be in book 2 or 3.
Maybe. Although I don't know, this author seems to be doing a good job of like not dropping in little details and then just leaving them to be nothing. Like the dude, the brochure guy from chapter 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I totally forgot about that.
Absolutely.
And then here he is again. I like this Leonie Swann. So far, I like her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It might not. Ooh, I like this. It might not be Olive because face blown off.
So so Olive is still alive out there somewhere?
I mean,
why didn't she show up at the coffee? She's been kidnapped?
But I don't. I mean, I like the theory as in like it's a very being like, oh, her face was blown off, you can't see who it is a good theory. I really like it. I thought that originally, but it's like I don't know what that would add, because I think we have a lot going on. We already have a lot of stuff happening.
We have a lot going on.
I think we need more.
I feel like they're going to bust into Lime Tree Court and they're going to find Olive and Alice, and they're going to find all of these people at Lime Tree
Everybody.
Court living the high life in the cafeteria eating chocolate cake or something. Maybe Olive is the murderer.
And I was just thinking that, but like, what motive?
We don't have a motive for anyone. None of these murders seem to be at all connected, except that they're all old people using the same gun.
Yeah.
And how did they get Marshall's gun?
Marshall probably dropped it somewhere in his sleep-induced haze. What is happening with that, though? Because like are they not confining him now? Like, is he confined? Like, at night, at night do they lock the door from the outside or something? Like, isn't that what? I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm saying, like, isn't that like for safety reasons? He might just be going out and murdering people in the middle of the night, and he doesn't want to have to keep murdering people in the middle of the night. No one wants that. Like, no one wants that. So just put a little latch on the outside of his door and just lock it, and then, you know, isn't that what you do? Isn't that what people do when people have dementia and so like that? Like, they put locks on the outside, not to lock them in and like trap them, but like to make sure they don't escape in the middle of the night and murder people. Or
the only person I have ever heard of that locking someone in a room is in the book The Housemaid. I've never heard of anybody locking somebody in a room, except when I was in Guatemala and we stayed in this hotel where there was blood all over the wall and they locked us into our rooms. And I was like, if there's a fire, we are all going to die. And they were like, yeah, but you don't want to get murdered, do you? And I was like, well, no.
Well, they're locking them in the room. Maybe they can open the door and murder
They
you.
literally padlocked us into the room. It was like we were in jail. And I was like, so we're trapped in here until you like let us out.
You have lived a very interesting life.
I mean, they let us out, but I was the only one that was like, I mean, everybody thought it was weird, but I was the only one that was like, if there is a fire, it means that we cannot get out of these rooms. Like, we're literally going to just be stuck in here and burn up because there were bars on the windows. There was like we could not have gotten out of the room. Like, we were trapped.
What were you doing in Guatemala? Just like visiting or like vacation?
No, I was on a volleyball tour.
Oh wait, when you were like,
I played volleyball and we did a summer tour in Central America, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. And in Guatemala, one of the towns that we stayed in, was it Guatemala or Honduras? I don't know, one of the countries. It was like, we stayed in this like motel lodge thing. And they like had to lock us in from the outside because there was no locks on the doors on the inside, which I don't know why. Probably because it was an old prison that we were staying in. I don't know, maybe. But yeah. We don't normally lock people in their rooms.
Yeah, I don't know, like put a lock, like you could put, I don't know, there should be a lock somewhere in this house that he cannot get to, so he cannot leave in the midst of the night when no one's watching. Like, that's not like, I was recently talking to my mom because I was like 5 when this happened, but my grandmother with dementia lived with us for a couple months, and we eventually got a lock on the kitchen door so that we could lock it at night. My parents could lock it. I was 5, wasn't locking doors. My parents could lock it at night, and then she could not, you know, go light the house on fire, you know, or turn the gas on or whatever. So I don't know, but it's just like, I mean, there should be a lock. There should be maybe a lock at the top that like they only have a key to or something like that they can lock at night, so that like only maybe Agnes has a key to or something like that, so that nobody can escape. He can't escape in the midst of the night and, you know, and murder people. I mean, he may have murdered 3 people. He may have blown a woman's face off. Hopefully not, but potentially. So like, let's you know, put a little, what's it called again? That like,
I don't think you can like lock somebody in their room.
Well,
I think that's like false imprisonment.
I would think he would be okay with it. I would think he would be okay with it. I think he'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to go murder people in the middle of the night.
Unless there's a fire and he has to get out of the room.
Well, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be like one of those, what's it called again? Those little latch thingies has like little eye.
Yeah, but then you have to trust that somebody is going to come and unlatch you. And these people have to wait in line to get on the stair lift to go down the stairs. Nobody's going to unlatch that door before he is fried up dead of smoke inhalation. Nobody's doing it.
I don't know. Or lock the front door more. I don't know, something. You can't just let this potentially murderous dementia man run about the town at night.
I don't think anyone thinks he's really the murderer.
No, I don't think so either. But
nobody seems to be all that weirded out by the fact that someone did have access to his gun. Like, how did the killer get Marshall's gun?
Yeah. Because is he using it or is it just like a relic?
I don't know. And where was he keeping the gun?
And what aren't the gun laws in England like beyond strict? Like nothing? I mean, I don't know how back then. I don't know anything about it. But like,
I don't know if the gun laws are beyond strict. I know that if you shoot someone, you are going directly to jail. Do not pass go. Like the rioting that they've had here, this is remarkable to me because this never happens in the US. Like you arrest all of these people for rioting or doing terrible things or like murdering police officers and whatever.
Yeah.
And 5 years later, the case is over and they're like not going to jail or they're maybe they get probation or something, right?
Yeah.
Here, people that have been like arrested for assaulting police and things like that, they're already in jail and the smallest jail sentence is like 2 years.
Wow.
They're not messing around with like rioters here. They're like, no. You destroy property, you like try to kill police officers, you try to kill like regular citizens, you like threaten immigrants, you're going to jail. You're going to jail and you're going to jail tomorrow. 2 years is the lowest sentence. One was a 13-year-old girl. 2 years.
Are they getting like a fair trial? Like an actual like
well, these are people who pled guilty. They pled guilty. They were like, we got no chance. We're on the video, right?
Okay. Yes.
This is the other thing that bothers me about the states. Anyway, when I saw like you're on the freaking video. You're on the video. We've captured all of your social media where you're bragging about it. Just plead guilty. Just plead guilty. Yeah. And go to take the lesser sentence, right? Plead guilty and take 2 years instead of stretching it out and get 5 years, right? Like just if you're going to do something, be proud of it, which you clearly are because you're posting on social media about how proud you are. Well, keep being proud of it when you go to court, right? Then be like, oh, wow, that's not me. You've been bragging about it because you're so proud. It's like, just be proud. Just be proud. Do your crime and do your time. If I ever murdered somebody, I would be like calling the police going, hey, come here. You got to look at this. Look what I did. Disemboweled. Look, great. It's the best job you've ever seen. I should be a surgeon. You should hire me. Be your coroner. I could slice and dice, right? Look at my great handiwork. These people that commit crimes and then like, run away. Stop it. Just be proud of it. If you're going to do something, do it and do it right. That's what I say. You heard it here first, folks. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right. Where are we at now? Okay. Okay. It seems he hid from the others that he's not all there. Isn't that what we learned from when he spoke with Alice? Wait, what? Who spoke with Alice?
Agnes,
who are we talking about? Marshall?
I'm assuming.
She mean Agnes.
Maybe Agnes, but I'm assuming me and Marshall talking to someone.
She must be talking about Agnes, right? When Marshall and Agnes were talking, and she was like trying to figure out if he's like actually investigating people. Yeah. Agnes. Okay, cool. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Who talked to Alice? Yeah, Agnes. Yeah. All right, let's keep reading because like more stuff has to happen here.
I think we can do 3 sprints in the next one. Because
all right. So we do 11, 12, and 13.
Let me see how long 13 is, but yeah. So 11 is like 11's less than 30 minutes, like by a couple minutes, and then the next one is like less than 20 minutes, and then from 13 to so it's 30 minutes. So yeah, I would say 11, 12, and 13.
Okay.
And I'm
Cool.
going to go back to halfway through chapter 10.
You're halfway through chapter 10, huh?
No, I'm saying I'm going to go back a little bit back to, get caught up for my zooming.
Okay. Okay. All right. So 11, 12, and 13. All right. Sounds good?
Yes.
All right. This is going to be good. All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Happy reading.
Okay, we are done.
Yes.
Okay, we found out lots of stuff.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
All right, I'm just looking back here to see if there's any comments that I missed that we need. No. Okay, so we are like all okay. So, yeah. Some bedtime story she told.
Yeah. I like literally like that's just insane. I mean, and it to be like I was not expecting. I mean, once started to tell the story, and she started getting clumsier and clumsier in the detention. I realized very quickly that this teacher was abusing her. Like it was instant, right? But like it's just crazy, and that's like a crazy. So Alice killed him because he was gonna hurt Agnes and had hurt Claire.
Yeah, or he was already like doing stuff to them, or he was like doing stuff to hurt their mother.
Which was an insane. I was not expecting that line to like come out of there, like that line to be, which seems weird to me. Like not weird to me, but like if you're like, okay, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I'm assuming this man was sexually assaulting her, right? Like
That's
that's my,
what I assume too.
and I don't want to jump. We didn't get that like direct said, but if you're a pedophile, why are you like you're going after all the kids in the school? Why are you going after her mother as well? One of the girls' mothers. Like that just didn't like fit. I don't know.
Well, because then you've got two little girls in your house all the time.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, okay, what does Mika think? Mika's got thoughts about this. Audiobook app has removed oh,
Ah,
okay. This makes sense.
yes.
Okay.
No, yeah, you're
Because
right.
I was like, am I just reading super fast today?
Yeah, because
What's going on?
I was like I knew I had to go out there, so I was like speeding the audiobook up more and more. So I was listening at the end of the sprint. I was listening at like 2.60. You know what I mean? And
I guess
I
I
had
am
started at like
reading super fast
2.5.
today. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm reading so fast.
So I don't know,
Because
but
it's so good. I gotta know more. I gotta know more. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It was I don't know.
I don't know. All right. So they killed the teacher. Yes. Finally, we find out who Titus Coldwell is. And
Yeah.
it's a teacher. I was like, oh crap, they killed a teacher. Did he abuse Agnes or Alice? I think he probably abused them both.
Yeah, because it seemed like Agnes, it only had been like a touch here and there. It hadn't been anything that was like directly.
Well, not that she's telling us yet.
Well, I assumed she would have said something, not been like, oh, I didn't even really know that he was bad. He seemed kind of creepy, but not like a bad guy. So she didn't. I thought she was kind of saying that she didn't see him in that way. She didn't see like he wasn't acting that way towards her. But I guess you know. I mean, maybe you never know. I don't know. But he's in the cemetery, and she says she gets comfort from seeing him in the cemetery. Now
Right.
she does.
He did, I think.
Yeah. She when they go to the virginal funerals, she very badly wants to graze her hand over a stone, and I think she says the name of the person, and I'm curious if that was him because she like wants to be like, oh, he's here. I don't know, but she chooses not to, and she chooses that she won't even put her hand against the stone because it will stir up too much in the town for her to do such a thing. So I don't know, maybe that was in a different town, the whole Titus thing, I don't know. But I don't know.
Huh.
I think it was her man's, but maybe it's not her husband, you know.
I think I thought it was Alice.
Okay.
But now Alice isn't, well, we don't know if Alice is dead.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been Alice. Maybe it was this Titus dude.
Yeah. Which I think is
I don't know.
I think it's strange to be like, I don't know, not like I'm glad you're dead. I don't think saying that about someone who, you know, harmed a friend, you know, who works a friend into suicide. I don't think that's a bad thing, like inherently, right? Okay, but I think it's strange to be like wanting to like caress his tombstone. Like, that to me is weird. I don't know. I mean, maybe
Right.
murdering him is also like, I don't know, but he, it was. I mean, you could even call what Alice did maybe even close to a form of self-defense, like, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, kids don't normally, drop sledgehammers and murder people for no
yeah,
reason,
yeah,
normally, and then disappear. Like, that's what's weird is then she disappeared. Where did she go? She's a little girl.
yeah. And why so quickly after something like this has happened? Like, it's not like, do people in the town know that she did it, or that, I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make any sense why that wouldn't be a thing, right? Um, we also got more about the disembowelment of that woman, right?
Yes, yes.
Which,
So whose theory was it that maybe it's Isabel?
mine, I
Yeah,
yeah, like, I feel like, I don't know, it had to be. Also, I think she was seeming to be more mobile than we thought she was, which it doesn't correlate to anything else, but I was surprised because it seemed like I assumed she was almost totally paralyzed,
right,
but
because they
she
keep
put
saying
her,
vegetable. If you're a vegetable, you're not crawling anywhere.
you're probably even brain dead. I would assume you're
Yeah,
almost
that's
brain
what a
dead.
vegetable is. Like, you have
Yeah,
no, and they may not be using the term properly,
yeah,
right?
mhm,
Like, I wonder what the translation is. This may be a translation issue.
yeah, and
Like, a vegetable is this, yeah.
maybe like her lower body is paralyzed, so like she can move her arms. And I mean, if you're not like, if you're super, a vegetable or whatever, you might not even be able to breathe by yourself. So like, maybe she could crawl, but she couldn't crawl well because like her torso and her legs were paralyzed. And then she could put her hands on her stomach and like try to hold her organs in, but like, and crawl, but like very probably poorly. I don't know.
I don't know how that helps us figure out who the killer is,
It
though.
doesn't. I don't know.
But
It
it's
doesn't
gross.
at
But
all.
it's like but she so much wanted to know about the disembowel. Like, she wanted to know.
Yeah.
It's weird that she wants to see the pictures of all these dead people.
Yeah.
Mm,
And then
mm,
she
mm.
and then but we did get something about that she was crawling away from the house as if someone was in the house, was trying to get her. Someone in the house trying to
Which,
get her.
of course, because she was in the house when she got killed.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't understand this. Where else would she be crawling to? Of course she's crawling to get out of the house, to get away from the killer who was in the house.
Mm.
I don't know. Oh, Mika thinks she was trying to touch Clara's grave. Oh, that could
Okay.
be.
I think that would make more sense. Yeah.
That could be. So I feel like this Titus Coldwell thing, there's something else going on here that's going to be part of this story.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. Or
I don't know
maybe
how.
bring Alice back into it with the Titus situation.
Oh,
Probably.
good. Mika's going to see if she can find the word and see if
Okay.
vegetable is the actual good translation.
Yeah, because at first I was like, maybe it is Isabel, because then she would be not paralyzed. And I'm like, well, you can't really shoot someone in the gut if you're completely out of it. You know what I mean? So like,
Right,
okay, that
right.
don't make no sense. That's a dumb theory. And then I moved on from that. But that was my first original thought. I was like, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What else going on here? So they keep bringing up this project, like that the house for the old people. Like, we're in this project, and now we've got this kid here, and we have to be super careful, or he's going to know more about our project than anybody's supposed to know. So I'm like, what the heck is this project? Are they like, I don't know, remember that TV show where like the Undercover Academy or something, where it was like this, like, I don't know, they go down in the basement. It was like a gentleman's club or some house or something. And they go in the basement, and all of a sudden they're like trained assassins. Is that what we have going? Like, I don't understand what this project is.
I I don't know. I thought that it at first I was like, maybe it's just, oh no, Mika.
Mika just spoiler herself. Did
How
you?
bad? How bad? Like, maybe don't tell us, but like how I thought the line
It's a line of thought I consider. Uh, so wait, the word for vegetable is literally the German word for vegetable. I don't know how that's a spoiler.
And then you read a different word. Maybe when you searched up vegetable in the ebook or whatever, it like came up all the things and you're like, oh, that one, and then you clicked on the one forward in the book, and it was something about her maybe not being a vegetable.
Maybe
Or
it's a
something to
line of
do with
thought
her.
I'd considered already. How far do we have to read before we know the spoiler?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, if it's the literal word for vegetable, it's not really helpful then, is it?
No. Well, I guess it still isn't the same thing, right? Like it's still the same thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Already.
Is that the word that Germans use for people who are what? Completely paralyzed and like brain dead? Because that's vegetable, right? You're like no brain, like you're no brain activity.
Yeah.
Or does it just mean you're an invalid? What does it mean?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know, but you would think the
Look, if she can
translation.
crawl, she's not a vegetable.
No. No. Yeah. Definitely not. And I don't know, I was surprised that like the gun, like this gun. First of all, this gun is like, I mean, what we were talking about before. Like this gun is like from the maybe World War II, so it's like a little powerful, and it's like disemboweling people. That's disturbing. But when she was in the what was it, the police office, the police station, and
Oh
she got on
yeah.
that chair. First of all, she's like, first of all, most old people are farsighted, and my mom will hold phones like this, right? But she just climbs on top of a chair and is just like, I'm like, and then when she said mouse, I didn't realize she meant, oh, I'm up here because I saw a mouse to trick them. I thought she was just like mouse, and I was like, okay, we're saying mouse.
You're like, all right. Is the password?
Yeah, but then I realized, but like it was just so funny.
We didn't find out very much about the coffee or the carrot cake situation, though, did we? Seems like a weird reason to throw carrot cake and knives and forks, right? Just because someone is like, you should go live in the old folks' home instead of have old folks live in your home. I don't know. Oh, yes. All right. You clicked around to find the word and opened a page that had a spoiler. Oh, no. How far into the book is the spoiler? Is it the next chapter or is it like way at the end?
I want to know the spoiler now.
No, I don't want to know the spoiler. But if we're only one chapter away, then I'm like, let's just read the chapter and then we can talk about the spoiler.
Yeah. But the thing about the what you were saying about like the project, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just like, oh, they wanted to like not live a horrible elderly like dying life, but maybe it is something more than that.
It has to be more than that because why would they, like, a little kid would be, that's not something you wouldn't want anyone to find out about, right?
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something else about these old folks. There's something else like that brings them all together.
Yes.
I don't know. I wouldn't have clicked if I'd seen it was so far in. Yeah. 80%. Okay. So that's, yeah. Christina. Well, my glass is still empty. My problem is I fill it up and then I drink it all down and then it's empty. I need to get a big water bottle.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what do I need a water bottle for?
Yeah. My sister bought me this for my 17th birthday, I think. And it keeps water so cold, and like I'll have it ice in it. The ice will melt, but it'll stay like ice cold in my room overnight.
Oh wow.
And I really like it. I think it's like $30 or something like that, or $40, something like that.
Wow.
It's expensive for a thing, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not buying a new Stanley just because they're popular now, but you know, and bashing people in the head for them. But I got this water bottle. I like it. I don't use it all the time, but I guess right now I'm wanting cold water because we just broke our ice container. I was like, I'm gonna fill this Tupperware container with ice, and I worked so hard to fill it up, and it was working forever. And then suddenly, we drop it out of the freezer, and it shatters, and not shatters.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
I literally have to make ice for days to fill this thing up, and now I have no ice. So I'm like, I need something to keep my water cold because I need cold water in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I just use the plastic bottles the water comes in. I just pour water into a glass from the tap.
Yeah, our water is like tastes like chlorine, like very heavily. And in Pennsylvania, we just drunk right from the tap. I never knew people like were disturbed by that or whatever. But here, we're like, we're not drinking this water. So my mom bought like this big, it's called a Berkey, and it's like this like filter that you can put like anything, basically anything in. You can use like sewage water, and it'll filter it out totally safe and totally clean, and you can drink it. So we really just have chlorine in our water, but whatever. We do that, and that's the water we primarily use. We do buy bottles sometimes, because like if we go outside, you need a cap on it so bugs don't get in it. So we do that, but yeah, we primarily just use that big. It's like a metal like drum that's like that big. It's like 5 gallons, and then there's one on top of it that has filters in it.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, I've always been lucky. I think I've always lived in a place where the water's like safe to drink.
Yeah.
From the tap.
Yeah. And I guess in like my whole life I did too, right? They had food, they put fluoride in the water, which people have their opinions on or whatever, but it wasn't like horrible or anything like that. And then here it's like we have boil water advisories, and we
wow,
stuff like that because we live on a mountain, and so the water flows into the creek, and it gets all that hill stuff on it and comes down, and so you have to, during flood and stuff like that, it's like the water is probably contaminated. Don't boil it first. So yeah.
Do we really think Agnes is a suspect? Are the police really thinking she's a suspect?
No, they don't seem to be. I mean, maybe because she's an old lady, they're not telling her a ton, but like, or she's not really like poking and prodding at them, but like, I don't know. I don't think she's really the suspect.
I don't either.
I think they just want information from her because she is connected to all of the people who were murdered.
But it's weird that they brought her into the police station, and then it's weird that they just like drove her home. Like they never even asked her any questions.
Yeah, and I guess it's like the old privileges or whatever. Like,
yeah,
you're old to be like, okay, like you can go have your like teas and crumpet before we investigate you. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means, but
I will also say, I don't know if it was in these chapters, the chapter before where they were all drinking gin and tonics. I was like, oh, I kind of would like to have a gin and tonic right now. I haven't had any alcohol since I've been here in Edinburgh.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. I just like haven't bought any and haven't. Oh wait, did I? No. Even at dinner, I had dinner out and I didn't have any alcohol.
I'm surprised you haven't went to like a pub or something like that.
I know. Well, I did. I did not go to a pub. Well, I went to a pub, but I didn't sit at the bar. I sat in the like restaurant part.
Okay.
And I got a Coke instead of like a beer. And then I just haven't. I was gonna buy some whiskey, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't had anything to drink for a week. I might as well like keep going with it, right? Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's been what, 2 weeks now? Whoa, 2 weeks without a drink. I'm 14 days sober.
How long do you think you're gonna be there?
I'm gonna be here until the 23rd is when I go back.
Okay.
Unless something happens and I stay longer. But the 23rd is my flight back. Oh, and I just found out, So one of my friends that I knew when I was in Vietnam, who is from New Zealand, is going to come visit me in Portugal the end of September.
Okay.
He's going to like stay in my town for like 2 or 3 days, and then he's gone for a day. And one of my friends from New York is coming to visit for a week.
Oh, that's
So I'm
exciting.
like, oh my gosh, the end of September is going to be the greatest week ever.
Yeah.
You guys are not going to see me the end of September.
Okay. Yeah. But that's really exciting. People are coming.
I know. I'm like super. I haven't seen Grant in 4 years.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
4 years. And I haven't seen Katie in a year. So that's not like that long, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. It'll be fun,
Yeah.
fun. And they're my first. No, they're not the first people that have come to visit Portugal, but yeah, it's fun. Something to look forward to.
Yeah. That reminds me of something. So I recently just sent my first time ever like mailing a book to someone, and I was thinking about this because I just saw it in my closet, and I was like, "Would you want this?" I don't know if that same service works internationally or how like expensive it would be to ship a book, but would you want the Outlander first edition?
No, and do not ever mail anything to me. My mail is like the mailman just doesn't want to deliver anything to me. They just return it. They just refuse to like bring anything to me. So I don't know what's going on with that. But the other problem with mailing things to Portugal from outside of the EU is that it gets stuck in customs.
Okay.
And then they make you pay a fee. There's a customs fee that you're not supposed to have to pay for gifts, but they open everything up and they're like, oh yeah, no, this is not a gift. This, you like bought this, and it's like, you have to pay. So sometimes what you have to pay to get something out of customs is like at double what the actual item cost. Like
wow.
my friends, for some reason, tried to send me a Christmas gift 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it never came, which I wasn't surprised about.
Yeah.
But they had it tracked, right? So they could watch the tracking.
Yeah.
And it kept like going from Germany to Portugal to Germany to and they were in Indiana, right? They're in the US.
Okay. Yeah.
So they tracked it into Europe, and it just kept going back and forth, Germany to Portugal. And I like never got a notice from customs. It never came to my mailbox. And then after like a year, I was like, forgot all about it. And my friend said, oh yeah, the package was returned to us. And it looked like people multiple times it had been opened and closed back up again.
Oh, that's sucky. Yeah.
And I was like, was everything still in the package? And they were like, yeah, everything was still in there. But like the box was just destroyed, and it had been opened and closed, and like,
yeah.
And then they just sent it back. They never even notified me that there was a package.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how much they would have charged me, but I've heard of people who got Christmas presents like candy, right?
Yeah.
And the customs fee just to get it out of customs was like $50.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And they're like, someone paid $10 for candy for me. I'm not paying $50 to get it out of customs.
Yeah.
So don't mail me anything.
Okay.
But I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna like love, like I didn't love book one, so I'm not like, I need to keep it, but I don't know. I'm not gonna give it back to Goodwill for sure. I'm not doing that.
You'll find another Outlander lover, I am sure.
Yeah. Do you have the possibility of like getting a P.O. box or something like that?
Yes, I could do that. But I just don't get mail. Like,
okay.
I just don't get mail.
Yeah. Because we get so we have a bridge that goes across the creek to get to our house. And so the UPS or USPS, like the government one, they won't drive across the bridge. And so legally, we have to have a free P.O. box that they will deliver our mail to,
Right.
because they won't deliver to our house. So
That's so weird.
we get Amazon, we get FedEx, we get UPS, we get everybody else. It's just not USPS.
Huh.
And we have a PO box because of that. So maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, the only things that I ever have needed delivered to my house are like my residence card and things like that. And they just like refuse to do it. So I always have to like make an appointment and go into like the immigration office somewhere, wherever I can make an appointment to pick up my card.
Yeah.
But I don't know when I renew again, but 2025 or something. So then I'll have to figure something out. But yeah, it's annoying because like you got to have your residence card. And if they like the post office just refuses to deliver it, it's frustrating.
Yeah. And like I don't understand why they don't just give you it there. Because when my parents got their Kentucky ID, like they went to the thing, they gave them the ID that day. But when I got my ID for the first time and my mom got hers renewed, we did at the same time, they sent it to us like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So like it was like, why not just get, like, you guys can't give it to us like that day. We got like a temporary ID like piece of paper that they just printed everything on. But
I feel like maybe it's because they do something with the card. Like they're implanting chips in the card or something to make it more secure, or holograms or something, so that they have to actually create a card.
yeah.
And they can't do that in the office.
It was a real ID, and the original ones my parents got weren't real IDs. Now me and my mom have, because they just like, it was also super cheap. My mom in Pennsylvania was like, it's always been expensive, and it was like $1 extra to get like a real ID. And like, we're of course getting that. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting that. So
yeah, of course.
I don't know.
All right, what are we doing? Are we going to read it? Oh, Mika, what are you thinking? Is it getting too late for you? It's pretty late. It's almost 9 o'clock your time, Mika's time.
So I was looking at the chapters during the last
Okay,
sprint,
good.
I feel like we could probably almost easily finish it Wednesday if we read a couple chapters before Monday.
Okay.
Unless you guys don't want to do it, we can finish next Monday. But I figured, so if we so it seems like it's going to be like we'll read for like 5 chapters, and then like we read 5 chapters separately, we read 5 chapters like together, and then together again. I don't know how to scroll down on this thing. That's what I don't know how to do. I'll tell you that much. Let me click on chapter 14 here, and then like, so it's like an hour. Say we do like 2 hours or like an hour. So we do like 2 hours of
homework,
like an hour of reading. That's to chapter 21 from the end, and then like another 2 hours is to chapter 15. So we could probably read like 14, 15. So 14 is to there, half an hour, and then like maybe like read through 17 or to 17.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I mean,
for homework.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Because it seems like we're doing 1, 2, 3, like 4 to 5 chapters a night, a sprint, right?
yeah.
So in 2, so yeah. So if we do 5 chapters on Monday, 5 chapters on Wednesday, that's 10 chapters, which would only get us to like chapter 23. How many chapters are there in this book?
I think there's 20 chapters and then an epilogue. Or no, maybe 30. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But let me see. It's 25 chapters and then an epilogue. But it's 11, including the epilogue. It's 11 chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's chapter 21. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13. Yeah, you're right. 13. So we have to read chapter 14 still, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's 13 chapters. So if we read like 5 over the weekend, and we can like finish it and have time to chat, have time to space it out.
Okay. So you want to read 14, 15, 16, 17, 18?
I guess, yeah. If that's too much, maybe, but I don't know. I think that's good. Because then
All right,
it's
Mika.
yeah.
What do you think, Mika?
2 hours and 10 to 8.
It seems like a lot, no?
So if we on one time speed, it's like 2 hours, right? So we think that would be a reasonable amount of time to do each sprint is 2 hours of reading on one time speed.
2 hours reading of what on one-time speed?
Yeah, each like live. So I guess we could go to chapter 16, so we could read 3 chapters, and then we would have from 8 hours and 12 minutes to 10 hours to the start of 10 hours and 9 minutes, and then 10 hours and 9 minutes into the book until 12 hours left in the book. So I guess that would be 14, 15, 16, and then we start 17 on Monday.
Okay. I think if we're going to do homework, we should do 14, 15, 16 and start 17 on Monday.
That sounds good.
So we have 12 chapters left in the book.
And an epilogue.
Okay. How long is the epilogue? Just like 5 minutes? Or is it like an actual chapter length?
It is, 3 minutes.
Okay. Mika says, why are we doing homework? Mika, do you want to do no homework? So we would do Monday, Wednesday, Monday. We finish on your Monday. Or maybe we finish Monday. Maybe we like read a ton on Monday and then read a ton on Wednesday and finish it.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you guys can't stay longer, then that might be.
Yeah, I think we're done tonight.
Like time to talk. I'm saying like those sprints staying longer, so we can have time to like actually talk about what's going on as well.
Right.
Like if we're just like cramming the reading in, I don't know. Maybe that would give us some more breathing room. But if you guys don't want to do homework,
it would give us breathing room. So it would give us breathing room. I vote we read 3 chapters for homework.
Me too. But if Mika,
all right, Mika, what do you think? We will listen to you. Would you like to read 3 chapters for homework before Monday? She's like, not really, but you could go get in your little bed and read them right now before bed. That's probably what I'm going to do. All right. Mika says, okay. All right. So homework 14, 15, 16.
Yep.
And then we'll meet again on Monday.
All right.
And talk about 14, 15, 16. And then we'll dive in again.
Of course. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right. Oh my gosh. Fun times.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you guys before, I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. See you guys Monday.
Or in the Discord. I'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, Mika. Bye, Tina.